you say that you both acknowledge that they kick your ass, but so you see it like teamwork. Is it like them against us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then so how do you address that when you see that happening? And is that okay? Like, are you okay with that? That it's going to be like that for the rest of, as they grow up, it's just they're going to become stronger, and you're going to either become stronger or weaker. So how do you guys feel? How do you?
Until we can communicate with them, I feel like it's going to be them against us. Like, it's going to be the Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam thing. Like, we're just trying to outsmart each other to keep each other.
And okay.
I noticed that a moment ago you were feeling a little bit worried as to where your children were heading, if they're going to be good people, if you were doing everything right, and then you shifted your focus a little bit into more of a confident place, where you stated that you feel like things are going well, you are doing the best that you can, it's just the timing right now. Did I hear you correctly?
Yeah, I think something significant did happen. I felt that shift when it happened. Like, maybe we just need to give ourselves a break and give them a break and just expect them to defy us and expect them to push limits and expect, because when you expect it, I think you're less upset by it. Yeah, there was a definite shift there.
What happened in your mind that kind of shifted you there?
I guess it was when she asked me how could you apply the skills differently, and I honestly couldn't think of anything, because I literally have tried everything I know to do. So I thought, bigger picture, maybe this is normal,
So it does sound to me like your confidence has just raised with the idea that you are doing the best that you can.
I wouldn't say my confidence is raised. I would say I feel a little more at peace. I still don't necessarily feel very effective, but I feel more at peace with maybe it's okay to not feel effective during this time. Maybe it's impossible to feel effective at this time.
In what way do you want to be effective?
I want my kids to do what I say. I want to be able to calm them down when they're throwing a tantrum. I want to, I guess I want to control their behavior is what it comes down to, if I'm honest, which doesn't sound very good, but.
I just noticed you looking around.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very good to want to control their behavior, but I don't want them to be out of control. So I guess that's where I struggle, is that in-between space,
So Ginger, earlier you were talking about how you're balancing all of this work at school while you're teaching two different levels, and you also have two twins that are toddlers, and you're trying to teach them and be a good mother. Sounds like you have a lot on your plate right now. I was wondering, how does your husband help you around the house, or how does he help you balance your work and help you at home a little bit?
We have shifts. I have the morning shift, and typically that's only about an hour in the morning. But I'm also on during the night. So anytime anybody wakes up or can't sleep or is sick or what have you, I'm on during the night, because he goes to work at 6. Then he gets home at 3 every day, and he's on until I get home. So the nights I teach, I don't get home till 7:30, which is half an hour before they go to bed. That means I've seen them for an hour and a half that day, and he's seen them for 4.5 hours. So he gets that time slot 4 days a week. Then there's one day a week that he gets it from 3 until usually I get home about 6, and then on Fridays we usually get home about the same time. And then on the weekends, we share the responsibility on the weekends, but I'd say I'm more on than he is on the weekends, slightly. But he does have a big chunk during the week. So I would say that it's about as egalitarian as you can get.
Yeah, so it sounds like you have a pretty organized schedule in order to both have time with your children.
Yes.
I'm hearing you say you have a 1 hour here at specific times, even 6 to 6:30 to 7.
Right.
Must be hard being able to.
I actually think that the schedule piece is good, because it forces the relationship, and I didn't have that kind of relationship with my dad. So I love that they get that daddy time that's just theirs. You know, a good, you know, like I said, 16 hours out of the week, it's just daddy time. And I think that's good for them. There's some guilt that's involved, but I think that's my own issue. Ultimately, in the big picture, I think it's good for them.
Okay, I want to focus on your family specifically. It sounds like you and your husband have a really good schedule going and everything like that. Do you guys have any support from outside other than you and your husband, you know, taking responsibility for the kids where you can kind of regain yourself and get your head on this earth, I guess, so to speak?
We have a nanny who's lovely. She's a part of the family. The kids like her more than they like us, and that's not an exaggeration. Like, given the choice of us in the room, when she leaves, they cry. So, which is great. I mean, we love that they love her so much. She's there from 8 to 3 every day. And then on Fridays, she stays till 4:30. So on Fridays, I try to get home at 3:30. We'll go and have a beer together, have some dinner, and then go home at 4:30. And that's kind of our, you know, date, the hour date. So we've got that. There are times when we'll go out and get a sitter, but that's not very often. And then maybe 1 or 2 times out of the year, we'll have them stay with Grandma and Grandpa on either side, and then we'll go somewhere for the weekend.
Okay.
But not often. We're not away from them often.
Right. And because of all the responsibilities that you're juggling with, you know, the toddlers and your jobs and juggling all the different classes that you're having to deal with, do you feel like you're not getting enough time with your husband? Is that
Oh, definitely not. I mean, but you know, I think both of us have resigned ourselves to that for the first few years. You know, it's just they're too needy right now. We slip in, like I said, about an hour a week, you know, on a regular schedule, and then try to scoot in some more later on, but or occasionally. But no, we don't get enough time together.
okay?
Yeah.
And are there times where you guys can, you as well as your toddlers and your husband, where you guys can all bond and you all share time together doing
Yeah.
activities?
Yeah, we go to the park. He takes them to the park every day, and so then. So the days that I'm home, which is 4 days a week, I go with him. So we go to the park every day, and that's nice kind of family time.
Okay. I'm just trying to switch gears a little bit here. We've talked about your role as a parent and a teacher, your struggles as a parent, also your how your husband relates to all of that. But I just want to talk about this therapy that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
What do you think you're looking for in coming here?
Some relief.
Some relief.
Yeah. I feel a lot of strain and pressure, and get down sometimes. I don't get enough sleep. I mean, I guess I need like a release valve, you know, and someone to tell me that I'm normal.
So you say you feel strain and pressure, and you want to get some relief.
Yeah.
Is it because you don't have someone else that you can share these feelings with, or?
No, I actually have a really good support system.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say that I share with them the sort of congruent